Hello there. You might be wondering what this video is about, and it's actually quite a long one. So part 1 is, I turned every single Pokemon from Gen 3 into balls. And if you like any of these balls, just comment down below, and maybe I'll color it in and post it on my community page. Step 2 is I'm gonna say the name of every single Pokemon from Gen 3. And the problem is that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna mess up a lot of them. So another comment is put it down below and see which names you disagree with. And step 3 is I'm gonna give a ranking to every single Pokemon because I wanna hit the 10-minute mark. Let's go. Number 1, we got Trico. Trico is a cute little gecko thing. It's not a bad idea. It's not a good idea. I'd say it's the most mid design they got. So I'm gonna give that a C. C is for mid. We got Grovyle. I think Grovyle looks much worse than Trico. It looks a lot slimmer, but at the same time, not much better. So I'm gonna have to give Grovyle a C-. And Sceptile to me looks like an absolute mess. It's just a wide boy. It's not a good wide boy. It's a wide boy in the tail. It's not a good wide boy. So that is D. Now moving on, we got Torchic. Torchic's the cutest little thing ever. Everyone knows it when they see a Torchic. It's just a chicken. A cute fire red chicken. Give that B. Better than Trico. Combusken does not look good at all. It's another C-. I don't know why all these second evolution Pokemon do not look good. Then you got Blaziken. Blaziken's a cool concept. It's the first firefighting Pokemon we got, and in later generations there'll be a lot more firefighting. I think for this generation, not too bad. Let's give that a C+. Not terrible. Now we got Mudkip. Everyone knows Mudkip. He's like the most memeiest but the cutest Pokemon ever, and you cannot say no to that. So let's give that a B+. I like how I drew my ball for Marshtomp, but if you actually see the actual Marshtomp artwork, he looks like he died inside. Like, look at those eyes. Look at that. D. And with Swampert, personally, I just love Swampert so much because whenever I play Gen 3, I always love Mudkip, and I just take a Swampert and complete the game all by itself. So I gotta give that its props. Give that another B. Poochyena is a terribly designed Pokemon. It is uninteresting. It is weak. It might be Dark type, but I've never used it. I never plan on using that. D-. Mightyena kind of falls in the same boat. It's kind of annoying. D-. Now we get Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon's the better Poochyena. You know why I remember Zigzagoon? Because of his pickup ability. If you play Nuzlocke, you play those fun challenges, just take a Zigzagoon, 5 of them, use their pickup ability and grab all the items. And it looks cute as hell too, so let's give that a B. Linoone is a C. It has the pickup ability, which is better. Sometimes I use it as a HM Butler, so that you can use it for Surf, Box Smash, and Cut. Not too bad, not the best. Wurmple is a terribly designed Pokemon. I could not even turn it into a ball. No, D-. Wait, let me just give that an E. Ugh, don't like Wurmple. You got Silcoon. No, I'm not the biggest fan of bug types, especially with Silcoon. You catch it, and that's one move, and I know that's gimmick, but that's bad. I got the same for Cascoon. Beautifly is just another butterfly. I literally couldn't tell the difference between Beautifly and the first gen version. I don't even know the name of the first gen version because it's just generic, useless bug types. D. Dustox is slightly better. It's a little bit more interesting, but C. Next we get Lotad. Lotad's the best. I'm gonna give that an A+ right off the bat. It's so cute, and it's water and grass type, which is really interesting. And then you get Lombre, which still maintains the good design of it. So let's give that a B. Nothing special, but it's good. Then you get Ludicolo, and I genuinely remember when the first time I actually completed Gen 3, I had a Ludicolo, and I actually used the Water Stone on it because it's a good enough Pokemon where it's worth it to use the Water Stone. That is another A. It looks like a joke. I mean, cha-cha-cha. Then we get Seedot. Seedot's mid. It's really hard to find. Design is meh. Nuzleaf is a better design. Actually looks kind of interesting. Then you go to Shiftry, and Shiftry looks terrible. I don't even know what it's supposed to be based off, but no. D-. Next you got Talo. It's just a generic normal flying bird. It's not even a good normal flying bird. If you want a good normal flying bird, you go for Starly or something. It looks terrible. Have you seen it? D minus. Swallow is slightly better, but it's just another normal bird Pokemon. D. Next we got Wingle. Wingle is the nice bird Pokemon. I remember you can always catch it. It's easy access to water type Pokemon. You can use that to fight Roxanne. Good placement, good design. C+. Pelipper. It's also my HM Butler. Fly and stuff and all. It's okay. C. Okay. And you get Ralts. Ralts is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's rare, but then you see in the cutscene, you're like, oh my god, I want it. And yes, it's a low XP gain rate, but it's a good Pokemon. Let's give it a B. Kecleon. The problem with Kecleon is it should have a really big power spike from Ralts, but it doesn't really. It's not too bad either. So you got B minus, and Gardevoir is an A plus. Every single game I play, I have to have a Gardevoir because it's a good Pokemon. It's generally just a good Pokemon. Surskit, C minus. It's like a mid design, but at the same time, I have never managed to find one in the wild, so I have literally no opinion on it. It's cool as water and bug type. Then you get Masquerade, which is water and bug and flying type. Which, oh wait, have I seen a million other bug and flying types? So uninteresting. D. Next we get on to Shumish. Shumish is cute as hell, and I love my art. Let's give that a B. And then you get. Oh wait, so let me explain why Shumish is cool. Shumish is cool because it's a good Pokemon, and it has Spore. And it's not like Spore makes it good, but just a good Pokemon. Because then you get Velum, and Velum's another Pokemon I always have to include in my team. It's fighting in Grass type, which is interesting as a typing, and it's fast and it looks cool and has really good it doesn't have good type coverage, but it's just fighting in Grass, which is a good combo. So A plus. Slack off. Let's give that a C. Interesting idea, kind of cute, but its ability makes it more of a chore. I think Vigoroth is like the better Slack off. Like if Slack off wanted to B, then it goes to Slacking, which kind of just moves away from the difference between Slack off to Vigoroth. And I know it's super powerful and its ability is what's supposed to hold it back. I just don't like it. C minus. Nincada. It's another bug. You know what's really special though? It's not Ninjask, it's Shedinja. Shedinja has like Ghost and Bug type, which is really interesting, and his ability is so gimmicky but cool at the same time. I love that so much. Let's give that a B plus. Then you have Ninjask, which is generic as all hell. Completely uninteresting to me. I know it's fast, but whatever. C minus. Whismur. It's just another normal type Pokemon. I have C. It's kind of cute, but not really. Loudred kind of goes down in terms of designs. You got a C minus, and then Exploud goes down even more, and it's also not that interesting. So let's give that a D. Next, you got Makuhita. I remember fighting against Brawly, and it was quite difficult to fight against. I never used it. C. Hariyama. It's another C. I really have no opinion on it. It's just a Pokemon that exists. Azurill. Let me just give that a D minus in the first place and explain why. Why is it normal type? Like, it's two evolutions after it is water type, but then you just get Azurill, which is normal type, and then you see it and it's like, it's blue. It has a little bubble for a tail. And then it's normal type. What? I don't get that. Next you get Nosepath. Nosepath is kind of interesting, turning into a ball. Staying in a circle, trying to make a circle sharp. That's what I found interesting about it. Other than that, I have no opinion. I mean, you fight it against Roxanne, so you remember where it is, but you know, it just is a Pokemon. Skitty. It's actually a really cute cat. C plus. Delicate is a less cute cat. Give it a C. Kind of mid design still. Sableye, I like Sableye, B minus. It's not that I don't like it, that's really special, but it's the first Pokemon that had like no weaknesses because it was Dark and Ghost. Not bad. Kind of interesting. You get Mawile. I've never seen a Mawile in the wild, so bad game design, C minus. I have no opinion about it. I've never seen it in the wild. Aeron, you get an error on early game, and I always think like, oh, I have to catch it. I always remember using a Great Ball to catch it. But then it's not worth training up because it has a really slow XP gain rate, especially for an early game Pokemon. Let's get that C-, then get Lairon. It's like Aeron, but since I can't level up an Aeron, I can't get the Lairon, C-. Then you get Aggron. Aggron the D. You know why? Because it looks like such a powerful, strong Pokemon. And its stats are really not very good. So like, what's the point of running it? I don't know, the Steel type is supposed to be this really strong, powerful type, but then you get this Aggron and it's like, it's not even worth using it. Medicham, I didn't even know this Pokemon was part of Gen 3 to be honest. It was like a Gen 2 or Gen 4 Pokemon. Meh. No opinion. Electrike. I always catch an Electrike to make it to a Manectric. So Manectric's a 8+. I could not turn it into a ball for the life of me. Electrike is a C. Now Manectric is fast and cool and electric type and ooh. Electrike is just a Pokemon that exists. Plusle and Minun are just Pikachu clones. They don't even do it very well. C-. I know it's supposed to be the gimmick of like double battles, but their gimmick is not very good, and especially it's because they're working together and with no other Pokemon. The abilities don't actually help because they're both really bad Pokemon. Volbeat and Illumise are also another set of like doubles Pokemon. I think the designs are actually really bad. Like, why do we need more bug types? Because they're D. No opinion, just stop with the bugs. Roselia, also a Pokemon I thought was from Gen 2 or Gen 4. I didn't know it was Gen 3. Yeah. Yelpin, a Muck clone. Actually, it's less memorable than Muck. If Muck was a C, Gulpin would be a C-. Swalot is another C-. No, it's even worse than Gulpin. Give that D. Come on. Get better designs, Game Freak. Carvana. I remember Carvana really clearly because I always take a Swampert, use like Rock Smash or something because it's a Dark type, and you always take back the damage. So I always remember it has rough skin. That really sticks out of my mind and makes this Pokemon actually memorable. Not as design, not as anything else, just the fact that it's rough skin because it's just a chore to fight against. So let's give that a B-. Same for Sharpedo, it actually looks better, especially in ORAS when there's a thing where you can like ride it and you go boom 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 really fast. Or was it Sun and Moon? Well, regardless, Sharpedo is actually kind of memorable. Whalmer, I just realized when making this video his name is Whale, spelled wrongly. I do not like that much. Let's give it a C-. Wailord's pretty interesting because you needed to get the Reggies. Other than that, actually I have this really long story because I used to try to get the Reggies. I had the Relicanth, but I could not get the Wailord because Whalmer levels up quite late, especially for like an impatient 10-year-old. And then I tried to find a Wailord in real life, but then it's really rare, and I did find one, and I was going to catch it, but knocked out one of my Pokemon, and accidentally pressed run away instead of keep fighting, and that just, like, that memory is ingrained into my brain for the rest of my life. So I'm going to put this as hashtag memories. Next we get Pneumo. There's not a lot of fire types in the game, and fire types are pretty strong, but Pneumo is not. C-. Same for Camerupt, especially since it's fire and rock type. This gets destroyed by water, so I don't see a point. Bad design, C-. Torkoal, which is a pure fire type. Again, I would never run it. I don't think the design is that interesting, maybe that's why. B-. Spoink. Maybe it's just this entire section, I just don't run it. It's like another C. Same for Grumpig, like, they don't stand out as particularly interesting. Spinda, it has the whole concept of like, no two Pokemon have the same spots in the same place. I don't know, C. Another C. Trapinch is actually really cute. You get in the desert, and there's this bug type, but then you look at the design, it's actually like really cute. And you always remember because you're trying to climb the desert tower, and then Trapinch will fight you, and then because of its ability, you can't run away, which kind of sticks out of my mind. So I'm going to give that a B. And then Vibrava is a terrible design. I do not know how you went from Trapinch to Vibrava. C. But then you get Flygon, and I see why people love Flygon. It's Dragon type, it's Ground type, which is a really nice combo. Plus there's Levitate, plus it looks cool. And I like how you go from Trapinch to Flygon. I can see the evolution there. So let's give that another B. You get Cacnea. Unfortunately, I've never found a Cacnea in the wild. No comments about it. C. I liked how I drew my Cacturne. But again, I've never seen one in the wild. I've literally only seen it against Elite Four. And even then, it didn't really stand out to me because I just sweep. So, C. This whole section just C's. Swablu. C. No comment. Altaria, do I have a story? So, I was making a full team when I was playing OS. And I trained up a Swablu into an Altaria. And because the Dragon type is this really weird XP curve. It's not even slow, it's ecstatic, maybe. Then, because of that, it took me a long time to get the Altaria. Then I just went to the little next route, and they just gave me a free Latios. And I was like, what? No, seriously, if you think about it, I just trained up this Altaria, then they gave me a free Latios, which is technically a higher level, and the legendary Pokemon with better stats and abilities. So then I could not use my Altaria, so I just wasted my time, and I remember this. It's been like 5 years, I just remember this, Game Freak. What kind of design is this? So, give that a D. Right, Zangoose and Seviper. Maybe it's just because I like how I drew my little balls. I like the combo too, because they both don't like each other, and I remember in OS, if they're like group battles, the Zangoose will start fighting the Seviper. So not too bad. I couldn't really find one. Nah, actually not too bad. I'll give that B. Interesting. This is how you should implement the doubles mechanics. With a bit of lore behind it. Then you get Lunatone and Solrock. This is bad. C-. I mean, just Rock and Psychic type. It's not that interesting. I know in speedrunning against Tay and Liza is quite a big challenge to defeat these two. But I do not see the appeal. I really don't. Barboach and Wishcash are just B tier Swampert. B-. C-. B tier Swampert. That's all they are. Corphish and Crawdont. Corphish is completely unrememberable to me. Crawdon's kind of interesting with Dark and Water type. But never really used it. But you have to say, it is better than Corphish. C+. Baltoy and Claydol. Baltoy is not too bad. Claydol is bad. The design, I don't even know what they're going for. Lileep and Cradily. If you watch the Jaden animations video, you see the Cradily had like such a nice time in the spotlight. The C. Lileep has no opinion either. C. It's not the. I don't like the grass and rock type. I don't know if it's normally the fossil that I would pick up and never use, but I think at least it looks cool. So C+. Because I never actually used it, I never used Amaldo. So Amaldo has no opinion. Feebas, I actually remember catching a Feebas like normally in Pokemon Emerald by like fishing. And it took me forever, and it was so worth it. And just because they made the challenge so hard, but the fact that I completed the challenge makes this Pokemon actually valuable to me. Let's give that a B. And Milotic, it is so hard to level up a Feebas into a Milotic. But it's so worth it. I like the challenge. I really like the challenge. And Milotic just looks cool. You know, it's the most beautiful Pokemon. And its ability is actually not too bad with Miracle, Scale. And it's quite bulky. I like it. Castform looks like a male genitalia. D. Its ability is terrible. I don't even know what they're planning with that. It's not useful competitively. Maybe it's just used for like to show off weather or the ability to change form. But even then, it's not. It's bad. And they just give it a free Pokemon. I don't get it. Kecleon, I remember Kecleon because there's the cutscene where you have to use the Devon Scope to find it, and just because it's like kind of special in the game, I always catch it and never use it. But it's memorable, so let's C+. Shuppet, no opinion. Banette, no opinion. It's too late in the game for me to use them. Duskart looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. C+. And Dusclops also looks even cooler. C++, not a D. Because ghost types are useful, but you get them so late in the game that you just don't use them. Tropius is a Big Bird, and I'm pretty sure I also only use it for HM Butler. C. Not for its actual typing. Chimeco, I like how I drew it. It's kind of cute, but in terms of an actual Pokemon, I would never use it. And it's also completely unremarkable and unrememberable. To be honest, a lot of Gen 3 designs are kind of just unmemorable. Absol, I think the lore is that it comes down from the mountain whenever danger is coming, and you see it below the mountain in the game, because later in the game, Groudon or Kyogre or Rayquaza will start destroying the world. So it's just foreshadowing for a big event is coming. And I did not know that until about 2 days ago. So, C. Why not? It's cute. I remember you just hatch it from an egg and never use it. But why not? C+. Snorunt. I did not even know it existed. I thought it was a baby Pokemon from Gen 4. C-. Glalie, I remember it because the Elite Four would use it. Then I would also destroy it. Give it a C. This feel is so cute. B+ right off the bat. Have you seen this like animation where it does a little roll? Oh my god. And then Celio is so unremarkable. I never leveled up this field, so you never see the Celio. You get Warwin, and I remember Warwin was used by the Water type Elite Four. I mean, Champion or Gym Leader, depending on which game you're playing. And it's pretty memorable in that sense because it's supposed to be this really like boss Pokemon, and it's pretty boss as a Pokemon. Like how to kill Ice typing is like really useful. So I'll give that a B. Clample, you go diving, it's like the only Pokemon you see. C. And Huntail and Gorbis, it's like I think you need an item to get these Pokemon. You also require a trade, and I've never traded to evolve a Pokemon, and even then I would not want to waste my item. So I'm going to give these two D's. Relicanth is really cool. I actually like it as a Pokemon. So I'm going to give that a first. I'm just going to give this ranking B+. I like the lore that is used to unlock Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel, and Reggie Rock. I like this lore especially because it's supposed to be like this Pokemon has not evolved in a long time. So I can see how it's used in like ancient traditions. And even more so, it's based off the Mudkipper, which is a real life animal. And this animal is like the in-between between fish coming onto land. That's why it's like rock and water type, which I think is cool. And the fact that it's based in real life is even more cool. And the fact that it's supposed to be like a semi-fossil Pokemon because it hasn't evolved, so it's also a rock type, which makes it even cooler. To get this whole trifecta of coolness, then you also make it so that you can only get it by diving, and it's supposed to be like super rare, which makes it even more valuable. And I actually found one when I was playing Pokemon Emerald, which makes it even more valuable. I'm going to put this as an A. This is completely unscripted. Love Disc. A lot of people say, why Love Disc? Like, it's such a late game Pokemon, but it's so weak and it does not evolve. And one thing I learned really recently is that you're supposed to actually catch them so they get easy way to get heart scales. I did not know that. So if I did not know that, it would be like a D. But because it actually has a utility, which the game does not tell you about, by the way, C. Bagon, Shelgon, and Salamence, I think these are the weakest of the pseudo-legendaries. Not in terms of strength, but in terms of design and like placement. Because to get Bagon is so out of your way. And even then, it's not very good. Give that a D. I mean, you need like Waterfall, and you have to backtrack so much, and it's not like on the path. You get Shelgon. I like Shelgon because it's just straight up a ball. C. You get Salamence, which is pretty much the same typing as the first pseudo-legendary. And seeing as at that point you only had 3, like why would you do that? There's so many other combos. D+. Not. This is the better one. So you got Beldum, Metang, and Metagross. Remember Beldum specifically because you can only use Takedown, and that kind of make it like a challenge, and I like the challenge, so I'm going to give that a C+. You get Metang, did not remember it in the slightest. C. You get Metagross, which is Psychic and Steel type, which is a really good combo, and I love how they went out of their way to make 2 pseudo-legendaries with the Metagross, which is like special. I do not like how after this, all the pseudo-legendaries are all just dragon types. So that makes Metagross stand out even more. The fact that it's Steel type, which is a powerful typing. It's even better. It's the main of Steven, and its ability Clear Body is actually not too bad. Yeah, let's give that a B. It's a good Pokemon. You got the Veggie Trio. Unfortunately, I never unlocked it in the original Emerald, which kind of like annoys me to this day. But let's try to clear our mind. Let's be honest. Regirock is just a pile of rocks. So creative. Regice is slightly better because it's like ice in a shape, and I remember the cry because it's like memed out to hell, like oh yeah. Let's see. Then Registeel. I don't know. It's literally just an Iron Ball. Come on, Game Freak. Then you get Latios and Latias. I do not particularly care. I remember when I beat the game Pokemon Emerald for the first time, and I did not know that you could actually catch Latios and Latias. So I was just surfing outside Sotopolis City. I just randomly ran into a Latias and Latios, and I had no idea what to do. And I was talking to my brother, and he also had no idea what to do. And we're like, what if it runs away? What if we kill it? What if we can never find it again? And so what we did was just do a Master Ball at it, without knowing any context of the, like what to do, because yeah. And that's the only time I was like, yes, I should be using this Master Ball. So I'm gonna give these two combined B. And Dragon and Psychic with Levitate. It's also pretty good. I think I watched like an interview where they're like, okay, we designed these Pokemon and we could make it Dragon and Flying, but there's so many other Dragon Flying. Let's try to be interesting. So they gave it the ability Levitate and made it Psychic type. It's also not bad. Kyogre and Groudon. Kyogre is obviously the better one. Like, I've done the math in my head, and I don't know why they made it like this. Like, Kyogre has the ability which increases the strength of water type moves, increases the strength of fire type moves, and Kyogre is water, so you get the stab 1.5 times bonus plus its ability rain 1.5 times bonus. On the other hand, you have Groudon, where it's not a fire type Pokemon. Why didn't they make it fire type? I get it if they made it ground and fire type, it would be 4 times weak to Kyogre. But then its ability does not boost fire type moves. I mean, it does not get stabbed on fire type moves, even though its ability boosts fire type moves. And even then, its moves are times 2 ineffective against Kyogre, which means it's designed in a way where it always loses. So, like, and Kyogre has this massive special attack. You put a Carmine on it and it sweeps. B, and because Groudon is not so well designed, B-. Honestly, I don't even know what to improve it. But yeah, typing, man. Rayquaza is amazing, A+. Played Emerald how many times? Just go catch Rayquaza. Use that to sweep the Elite Four. And for some reason, I'm just a stubborn guy. Every time I fight Rayquaza and I have the Master Ball, I would really just rather catch it than like any other ball. So I throw a Pokeball or something. Oh my! So the number of times I've thrown a Pokeball at Rayquaza is ridiculous. But yeah, I'm just so stubborn to never use the Master Ball. And then Rayquaza is another Dragon Flying type, but it's more memorable than Salamence because it's just Rayquaza. Come on. Jirachi, I never got it. It's cute. I like how it has the whole wishing aspect, and you watch the Pokemon movie, and it's kind of memorable how it makes like this fake Groudon. And then you read the Pokemon manga, and there's a whole arc about Jirachi being the wish maker. Steel and Psychic types are also not too bad. Let's give that a B. And then you get Deoxys. Okay. So Deoxys is interesting because its ability form change, the whole lore behind it, how it came from space, and if you watch the cutscene in like original Emerald, it's really cool how it goes zing 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 zing. But then, Pokemon OS, you have the Delta episode, and then you have this thing where you literally fly on the back of Rayquaza through space to destroy a meteorite, and Deoxys shows up out of nowhere. Completely ridiculous, I'm okay with that. What I do not like about it is the fact that when you fight Deoxys and you're trying to catch it, I'm the stubborn guy, I do not want to use my Master Ball. So I would bring it down to almost no health, and then I would have my Manectric use like Thunder Wave and stun it. And then you're trying to catch it, but it has Recover, so it heals. And it has like one of the lowest catch rates. So I'm in space, I do not know if I can come back to it or have to play like 5 minutes of gameplay trying to catch the Deoxys. I don't want to kill it, but it keeps recovering, so any critical hit will just kill it. And then it's like no catch rate. So at one point in time, I was playing the game, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is coded where I cannot catch the Deoxys. So I had to throw the Master Ball. But then, that's just bad game design because the Master Ball is something special. And if I'm forced to use it against a Deoxys, and I know other people agree with me, but this is not how you should design it. So Deoxys would be good, except OS ruined it. So I have to give it a D. So anyway, yeah, this is my ranking, my review of Pokemon. Consider subscribing, or at least commenting below, and I'll see the comments. Thank you.